calling Washington Psychological Wellness. If you know your party's extension, please dial it now. If this is an emergency, please hang up and dial 911 or go to your nearest emergency department. For scheduling and general inquiries, please press 1. For directions, press 2. For hours of operation, press 3. For dial by name directory, please enter the first few letters of the person's last name. 1. Results matched your search. Result number 1 at extension 569. Lisa Joy. To select this entry, press 1. For the next entry, you've reached the confidential voicemail box of Lisa Joy at Washington Psychological Wellness. If this is an emergency, please hang up and dial 911 or go to your nearest emergency department. If not, please leave your name, number, and a brief message, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you. Please leave your message after the tone. When finished, hang up or press the pound key.
You know what, Lisa, I remember you telling me all about the bad relationships you had with your family. But you didn't think about the fact that I might have had bad relationships. You knew I had bad relationships. Graduation. I'm crying in my apartment because my parents both were spent the entire graduation fighting and left without taking me to dinner. Because taking me to dinner meant taking me somewhere where I actually would have wanted to go to eat. And they wouldn't go anywhere unless they could have steak. And you knew that. I mean, you knew I moved from McDaniel College to D.C. because I was working at Roundhouse Theater and going to get a master's in performing arts management. You knew I was at Catholic law school getting a law degree. But then everyone out here in California thinks wasn't a lawyer. That I didn't go to law school. That's what's happened out here in California. They think I'm crazy for saying I went to law school. People out here all knew I was an actor. I spent years working on film and television sets. 5 years, that's all I did. 14-hour days. I didn't have time to build a law career. I couldn't have built a law career to begin with. I was better at acting and I felt more comfortable in the arts community than I did around lawyers. I'd had a life out here that was pretty awesome. Going to VIP events, I felt liked. I was working on sets all the time. All the casting agents liked me. And then I started opening up my mouth about the fact that Jeremy Gilbert had violated me. And what did you do? You shut the door in my face. Higher survivors won't recognize me as a survivor even though I am. I am not going to work unless I can be an actor, Lisa. I do not like people who are not actors. I do not want a boyfriend unless he's a fucking actor. Because I will be bored out of my mind. Because I will think he's a two-dimensional, pathetic person if he cannot play with me. Because I would rather be in an acting class than on a date. I did not get a fucking theater degree at McDaniel College, Lisa, because I don't want to be an actor. Oh, well, look, I'd wasted 3 years of my life to get this theater degree that now is just this thing I can hang on my wall and do nothing with. I did not get a master's in performing arts management and take television acting classes because I wanted to come back to Maryland and be a fucking school teacher or be forced into a relationship with a character actor from The Wire and be his pathetic housewife. I left Maryland a long time ago. In fact, I remember coming back to Maryland for a wedding and you and I hanging out with your husband. You guys weren't happy with me then because I'd changed. I wasn't dressing like a lawyer. I was dressing more like someone who lived in Los Angeles. The thing is, I used to dress that way when I was in D.C. I didn't change. I just found a place where I fit in. I would not go to a therapist to give up being a fucking actor. I would not go to a fucking therapist to give up wanting to work in the entertainment industry. Because I do not want a real job. I do not want to go to the same place and see the same people. I would be more successful if I was allowed to actually be me. Because if I give up acting, I'm giving up my individual autonomy from my parents. It would make me feel like my parents, who are narcissists and MAGA supporters and Christian nationalists, had won. I don't know what side of this you're on, but I hate Donald Trump. And I'm a Democrat and a liberal. But I fucking do not want a regular job in a regular office where I wear a fucking suit and tie and so that people can be proud of me. I want to be proud of me. I want my life back in California. I want the life that I had where I could say I was an actor and had talent. I was beautiful. And I got sick from an autoimmune disease, and I did not need to be kicked when I was getting sick. Not by you, not by anybody on the East Coast. And while you guys treated me as though I was the criminal, a guy who shoved his finger up inside my vagina got to move on with his life and have kids and a family. Jeremy Gilbreth and Alana Philo are assholes. Assholes. I'm living in a mildew-infested apartment, and my parents are still talking about me getting my inheritance from them and playing these stupid games where they think if they give me money, I will be grateful to them. Meanwhile, my mother was happy that I was tripped on a set. And I think they arranged for me to be tripped. Do you realize how fucked up that is? We're going to have Laura tripped on a set so she's not arrested for a crime that she didn't commit to begin with. And I posted a video online of my knee bending, Lisa, so that everyone could see the fact that I still have a problem. I worked my ass off to get myself back to the point where I could be on sets again and be an actor and walk. And people like you stuck a knife in my back by insinuating I'd committed a fraud, right? Laura could walk. She's lying. Fuck you, cunt. I am not lying. Stick a fork in your fucking knee. And then you would know how I would have felt if you'd made me move back to Maryland to be your friend and hang out with you. Destroying my life here in California. Celebrities don't know me, right? They can't because I'm crazy. You made me crazy. You helped make me fucking crazy. I was being successful out here in California. I had script ideas. I had more ideas than Shonda Rhimes. And by the way, why the fuck does Shonda Rhimes have my phone number, 424-625-3279, online as hers? How insane is that? I'm not doing that, cunt. Fuck you.
Now, if this is an emergency, please hang up and dial 911 or go to your nearest emergency department. For scheduling and general inquiries, please press 1. For directions, press 2. For hours of operation, press 3. For dial by name directory, press 4. Please enter the first few letters of the person's last name to search by first name. 1. Results matched your search. Result number 1 at extension 569. Lisa Joy. To select this entry, press 1. For the next entry, you've reached the confidential voicemail box of Lisa Joy at Washington Psychological Wellness. If this is an emergency, please hang up and dial 911 or go to your nearest emergency department. If not, please leave your name, number, and a brief message, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you. Please leave your message after the tone. When finished, hang up or press the pound key.
You know, Lisa, this is Laura Ann Tull, your old roommate. And I probably shouldn't be doing this maybe, but I woke up this morning and realized after almost 20 years why, when I called you up years ago, you started screaming for the cops. You thought I'd committed a fraud, didn't you? Because I could walk out here in California. Do you know what I went through in order to be able to get back on my feet? I mean, I'd had the car accident in 1997. I didn't start not using a brace or taping my knee until 2004. Yeah, 2003. And the reason that happened was because of acupuncture and electrotherapy out here in California. I volunteered at a play out here, and an actress who was in the play suggested I go to an acupuncturist, a woman by the name of Rose Robinson. So I went. And within 6 months of going to her, I didn't have to tape my knee anymore. I didn't commit a fraud with that. Not only that, but I had gone through a mastectomy. You knew that because you sent me a pen from a breast cancer organization. You're a psychologist, you're a social worker, therapist. 80% of women who go through a mastectomy have PTSD. I was already experiencing enough trauma, let alone having a former friend start screaming for the cops for me, while a guy who shoved his finger up inside my vagina who did that, by the way, while I was going through reconstruction for breast cancer, traumatizes me. And now I've got some woman named Cassandra Taylor in the UK attacking me over and over again in emails, telling me that I'm crazy, telling me I'm a has-been actor. I was a theater major in college, Lisa. You take away the acting from me, you will push me to suicide. And I know you're going to use your power as a psychologist to probably call the cops out here and have them harass me again. I've already got a guy named Lee Ryder doing that, who did it because he said we were friends. He's a MAGA supporter whose friend is a former Homeland Security agent, vet, who knew who my father was. And my daddy was an officer was the chief officer investigator for Nogales, Arizona, and an officer of the Alumni Association of Homeland Security Agents. And I have been terrorized for 2 decades, feeling like I'm being treated as though I'm a criminal by my own fucking parents because I need to get a real job and have a guy who goes to church on Sunday. I'm an atheist now and a Buddhist. I will never believe in God. I actually converted to Catholicism at Catholic Law School, if you'd paid attention, but you never did. You didn't even know I was a Maryland Distinguished Scholar, did you, when you asked me to live with you? Because I now look back and think you asked me to live with me because of Steve Misser. A guy who tried to shove his finger up inside my vagina and push me to have sex with him, and when I rejected him, he turned around and tried to make it look like I was stalking him. I mean, seriously, I have been the victim of narcissists, including you. Fuck you, Lisa. Fuck you. I never want to see you again. We are never friends. But I bet your why McDaniel College won't put me up as an alumni who they're proud of, when they should be proud of me. I fought to walk. I fought to beat fucking breast cancer. I am fighting to be an actor despite all of this crap. You cunt. You bitch. I hate you. I never want to see you again. But I want you to know that I did not commit a crime. I did not commit fraud. I was the victim of a crime. A guy shoved Jeremy Gilbreth, whose wife is a Lotta Philo, who's a sorority girl from McDaniel College. He shoved his finger up inside my vagina and he violated me after I'd had a PTSD. And Blake Shields Abramovich, the guy I had a crush on, is this anti-CRT, anti-woke actor who has been canceled by the Buddhist community out here for being a jackass. For being anti-woke. And while someone named Cassandra Taylor is attacking me in emails from the UK, calling me a has-been actor, I desperately need to know that I'm an actress because this is the one thing that sets me off and different from my fucking parents who are narcissists who made me feel suicidal my entire high school career. The only thing that kept me alive was getting good grades in school and my teachers. I don't want therapy, Lisa. I want justice. I want to walk back into the SAG-AFTRA building, not being blacklisted because you assholes have all decided to declare me insane when I was sane and happy and felt good at myself for the first time. I'm running lines with actors, Lisa, online, and people are tipping me to do that because I'm good. I'm good at acting, Lisa. It doesn't mean I'm good at lying. It doesn't mean I'm good at deceiving people. It doesn't mean I'm a manipulative bitch. And I'm sick and wearing a mask now because I have Hashimoto's disease and scleroderma. If I had been forced to move back to DC or marry some crappy character actor from The Wire who kept stalking me online because he was desperately looking for a woman to take care of his two pratty little kids, I would be in serious pain right now and probably dead. I knew what was best for me, not some fucking bitchy social worker on the East Coast who was just my roommate and not my fucking therapist. And I'm recording this message and I'm going to make it public. MCDANIEL College owes me an apology. American University owes me an apology. Catholic University owes me an apology. And I should be able to get a lawyer to sue SAG-AFTRA for 2 decades of harassment and abuse and slander. Because I'm not the one who had bad behavior. Jeremy Gilbreth did. Lee Ryder even sent me an email where he basically admits the fact that he saw an actor try to talk to me and I blew him off. Does that sound like I spread my legs for somebody to get my SAG card? I didn't. I was a Maryland Distinguished Scholar, Lisa. I would never lie. I would never cheat. And I am not going to be a fucking liar for the rest of my life and give up the one thing that I love. If I can't be an actor, I don't give a flying fuck about making a living. I don't give a flying fuck about it. And I do not want to date a man unless he's an actor. So fuck you, cunt. Fuck you, bitch. I hate you.